Theresa of Larkin Design, and I'm here today with a really quick, just sped up video for my Disney layout. I intend to do real-time videos every week for the Disney project, but it didn't work out that way this week. I had to do some filming and some readjusting of my whole schedule this week, and so I'm just gonna speed this video up and sort of talk you through it. I went through my wood embellishments and sort of pulled out some of the wood embellishments and those silver words also that I had, and that sort of what I wanted to focus on using this week. Just a couple of simple things. I know, I had this whole bucket that I put together, and I still have that bucket with all my supplies, but I had some little wooden pieces from Gossamer Blue, and I had some of these yellow acrylic hearts from past kits that I wanted to use up, and so that's okay too, and what I really wanted to do in this layout, as is consistent with my focus for this album, is just to add a few things here and there, just simple embellishments, and nothing really overly complicated. And so in this layout, we're in Tomorrowland, and we visited with Buzz Lightyear, and of course we rode the Space Ranger spin, and we also, on the other side of the page, I'll go to the other side of the page in a minute, we rode the People Mover. We didn't do Space Mountain this trip because our kids they're still kind of young for roller coasters. I'm not a big fan of roller coasters, but anyway, so this is what we did while we were in Tomorrowland. And so I did pick out two little washi tapes. The colors that I wanted to highlight, or I guess add to, were turquoise and yellow. And so I, because those were in that space card from Sahlin Studios Tomorrowland collection. And so I pulled out the yellow. That's why the yellow hearts and stars fit in. And then that turquoise washi tape, they're just narrow strips that I'm using for lines. Excuse me. I'm using for my lines on my journaling card. And so I'm just writing on the journaling card. I love how Buzz is touching my son's cheek there. It's sort of a kind of personal moment. So I was going to write a little more about that, and I just decided to stamp a sentiment on there, because I really think that picture just says it all, of what those characters do to reach out to our kids and to connect with them, and that was just a quick photo moment, So I was going to put that in the pocket, and then it needed dry time. So this was captured inside the ride, and I'm sure, as you know, that it's really hard to get good pictures inside rides, and that's okay, right? It's okay to use those imperfect pictures. This photo sort of encapsulates the whole Disney experience, because we were constantly in motion and constantly going somewhere, constantly moving about the park. So I decided to use another one of the wooden pieces, and most of these wooden pieces are from old Gossamer Blue kits. And then I figure out that design-wise, that was two banners in the middle of a photo next to each other, so I moved those around a little bit just to break up that design a little bit. Let's see, I'm going to let that dry for a minute and then work on some of these 3x4 cards. I'm gonna get, I don't know why, I decided to glue one of those yellow hearts over top of the red heart on that journaling card. And so, okay, I don't know if it worked or not. That's my wood embellishment bin, and I grabbed an arrow. This arrow is supposed to be like pointing down to Natalie in the picture diagonally below her. I guess maybe if I wanted to, I could go back and move that card so that the arrow actually points down onto her. But okay, it doesn't matter. Here I am adding washi tape again for lines. That's my favorite way to use these little narrow washies. So you'll see me do that a lot. And it just adds a little something. And so I chose the yellow again to tie in that space card. And just writing about the people mover. That happens to be one that I really like. I like riding out above the park and looking at the castle and looking at the people down below. And I think that Natalie really liked that one too. The excitement on her face. I know that those two photos aren't the greatest technically. And I could probably go in Photoshop and edit those a little bit, but I did not edit these a great deal. They just are what they are, and that's okay too. You know, I will look at that in years later and say, oh yeah, I could have edited that, but I didn't, because that was what I was photographing. That's how I was photographing at that time. And one day it'll come back around and we'll stop brightening every photo that we put in our albums. I think that blown out pictures really are a trend right now. A nice trend. But anyway, it's okay. Put the imperfect photos in your albums. So I'm kind of just finishing up. I decided I was going to add another little wood piece to that gear right there. So that's fun. Just a simple circle piece. And I'm starting to wrap up. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week, all right? Bye-bye, guys.